Hello and welcome to the show. I am back on GTA 5, continuing my street racing career. Got slightly different plans for, well, today's episode, as there's just a crash at the start line. I say different plans for today's episode. I was expecting to, be aiming to go and tackle the big meetings and maybe try and get a supercar or mess around with the Puma-mobile a bit more. However, after the very end of last episode, where we saw the mighty dragster Regina go and do incredible things, I want to go and build the ultimate surprise car. I want to go and build something crazy, something that you would never expect to be quick, and yeah, have it really, really fast. I don't know how it's going to quite work out, but yeah, that's what we're going to try and do. So we're going to start off by trying to earn a bit more money. We're going to head up. I've gone to one of the smaller meetings. We'll go race a faction, sure, why not? I'm not actually sure if the Kuruma can beat these guys, the Infernos Classics. Not that they've actually got much money on them either. We'll see. We might end up challenging the Infernus, Infernis, depending on how things are going. Let's try and get... Can we get 15 out of it? I doubt we can get 15. Oh, we'll get 13, though, so we'll go for that. Yeah, if we can get about 120,000-ish, I would be relatively happy with that in terms of money. It means that whatever vehicle we buy, I'll have plenty of room for upgrading, because some of the... kind of like the more normal cars. I haven't quite decided what we're going to go for yet. Like things like the Regina, sure, is only $9,000, but some of the other normal cars can be a little bit more expensive. So I want to make sure that we've got plenty of money ready to go. Now this drag race, where you saw the times from the two cars went previous, this is only about 8-second-ish run. Oh, we don't get off the line very well. A wheel spin from that. Yeah, it's a very, very short drag race. It's a 7-1 from us. Okay, we might even be able to get sub 7 seconds with a better start. We'll have to wait and see how that goes. Oh, it's the Battle of the Infernis. As the Battle of the Infernis is for $6,000 compared to the race that we just did for 13,000. But there we go. Both have got that's got an even mightier wing. There are some mighty wings at this meeting. It is just the meat of mighty wings. I want to race the Mupava. Did the Mupava win? Will he have more money on him? He might do. Mupava, would you like to... Wow, you've got a lot of money. I would like to acquire that money from you, thank you. Which of the mighty wings is going to win? Well, considering he pretty much stalled off the line, that's not good for the grey car. I think the... turquoisey bluey vehicle is going to take that one with a relative ease. We're miles faster. I say we're miles faster. Considering the length of track that we are racing down, we are miles quicker than the Infernus Classics. 18 grand race with the Mupava. Oopsie. Can we go 20? We'll see if he's up for 20. Oh, no, he's only willing to go 18. Fair enough. Fair enough. We will hopefully take all that money away. We're almost ready, actually. Just a couple of big money races here and we're fine to go for maybe I don't know how quick. Like I want to try and pick a normal vehicle that does have half decent amount of potential for upgrades. I don't really know how the basic cars fare in terms of upgrade potential. I don't know if I would love to have the Mupava. Oh, we've almost fluffed this one up. Dodgy gear change, not going to matter. It's a 7.5, but the radius is an 8.6. Yeah, I don't know what kind of like the potential level from those kind of vehicles are. I guess we might try one of them. It's the grudge match is back on. The two Infernus are at it again. Do we brave racing the Banshee? Shall we have a look actually how much money? Who has the most money out of the rest of you lot? You've got 28 grand on you. That would be quite a tempting prospect. We could see how fast the Habanero goes, although I don't think they've been that quick. Let's go and race you to take most of that 28,000 away. We'll see, just in case like the Ballista or something has money. I don't think the Ballista will, but you never know. Let's have a look. Oh, Ballista does have a fair amount of money. 26 grand in there. You've already lost a race, so you're probably going to be poor. Well, relatively poor, speaking. In terms of what I've done with this mod, with the economy and so on, has the Mupava kind of parked without... No, he's crashing into stuff. Look, I'll get out of your way. I'll get out of your way. There you go. Now you can park safely and happy and spin around in a circle like a moron. That's... The light blue car just cannot get off the line. That is twice in a row now. He is completely failing to launch. 7.6. Still not great times from them, too. I wonder... Yeah, I wonder how much money now the victor of those two races will have. Surely you had plenty of cash on you. Surely you'll be up for... No, not even up for that. Okay, we'll take 17 off you then. That works. I say that. It might be that his car is very quick. I don't think it will be. But you never know. Sometimes these vehicles can be surprisingly decent. Right, let's see. I want to get a sub we can get a sub 7-second run, that would be quite cool. There's nothing here so far. Nothing here so far has done it, but nothing here is particularly capable. We are really struggling with that launch. I would have thought the all-wheel drive in this car would have been good for getting off the line. 7.2. Yeah, we just spin the wheels a lot off there. I am surprised. I am surprised by that one indeed. We're up to $133,000, which is quite nice. It is Radius versus Ballista. Shall we... Might go for a little bit more of a cowardly bet, potentially, against the Banshee. Just I'm curious to see how we'll perform against it. The Banshee doesn't even have that much money anyway. Yeah, let's have a go against the Banshee. I don't know whether we... I would imagine we should, but our launch is struggling, which is surprising. The Banshee is expecting to lose this one. I am surprised by that a little bit, actually. Well, we'll wait and see. Oh, I want the Muppava to win. I want the Muppava to win this one, as they get off and underway. It does get to a better start. Will the Blister bring it back? They're very even. I think the Blister's going to get it. Yes, it will. Just 9 4s there, right? 9 4s down there. $7 grand. We'll go with a $7 bet. That works for me. As yeah, I don't really know the performance. Plus, if we lose this one, we'll still have more than enough cash to go and build our ultimates. I know most people call them sleepers. I just prefer to have ultimate surprise car. For me, that's just a more entertaining name. So to have them, the ultimate surprise. I don't know what it's going to be, but there we go. Couple of bets, 3 bets on the Banshee, 4 bets on the Banshee, 1 bet on the Kuruma that's been mincing everyone here. Well done, people. Way to bet on the kind of trends of the meeting, and we are off. It's close. The Banshee put up a good fight from the off as we get across the line. 7-1, it's a 7-9. Yeah, it put up a bit of a fight initially, but got it back. Faction won a nice big bet, so we're up to $140,000. Time to go and look at getting a 3rd car. Well, it is off to the dealership once more. What categories are we going to? So we're going to be ignoring sports, sports classics, super and muscle cars, and so on. Unless there's any odd muscle cars, I guess. You could count some of them potentially. I think the odd sort of muscle cars that I would want as a almost project vehicle are going to be really, really expensive. Yeah, like all of this lot here are horrendously. Tampa's almost 400,000. That I would have the hearse, but at 650,000, that's a big old no. Faction's not too bad, but then you start getting too sensible again. The Blackfin in bright pink, dear God, is a lot of money. You could go for like a Voodoo, but then I don't think there's... Even you max out one of them, there's no really performance to be got, and then it's just up to sensible cars again. What have we got? Sedans. What can we have? We're going to have an SC. The SCs weren't actually too terrible, come to think of it. The SCs were performing okay. Down a couple of the weeks that I've saw them at, we can have the Astrope, the Emperor. The Emperor's a lot of money for not a lot of performance to begin with, and I don't think there's much in the way of prospects for... I said that, but I would have thought the same about the Regina. We saw what that can do. Intruder could be an interesting one. I think almost a little bit too sensible, though, in some ways. Premier... Actually, the Premier's not too bad. Oh, wow, we can have it... It does love its browns. There's Premium Deluxe Motorsport. The Primo could be got the Shafter. It's fairly expensive, but again, it's a little bit too sensible. Stania, go for a limo. I don't even know if you can do anything to the limos in the garages. Super Dimes, Surges, Tailgates. That is a hideous... It's not going to be that same hideous colour. That was an impressively hideous colour for the vehicle right there. Now it's starting to get to the DLC expensive cars. Maybe... I mean, compacts is just not much to choose from, full stop. Blister, Prius, Minis, and so on. Not that they're, bad cars per se, but, I mean, the Prius is. But something like this isn't a terrible car to go, certainly circuit racing with, but I don't think there's... I don't know, it's a little bit too sensible a thing to begin with. I want something a little bit more. What about... There's not like a people carrier section, so I assume they're going to be under SUVs? It might be under utilities. We've got all of your usual, we've got the Ballers and that various cavalcades and so on. I think there's probably potential for those to be quite quick. They've got the all-wheel drive launch. I guess they might have a fair bit of power, but they are shaped like brick. Okay, so yeah, this is where the people carrier sort of vehicles are. We've got Habanero is definitely an option. Habanero is definitely a potential. We don't want to... MS is so expensive at $87,000. It's Ridiculous. The Mpava is here. Yes, the radius, 32,000. Maybe we can make something decent out of that. The Ricotto has fallen over a lot in the races that I've seen it going. The Seminole, I don't think it's particularly fast at all. Oh, Serrano could be quite far. Apparently it's got a V12 in it. What? This is a V12. I'm getting the V12 Serrano. I think this could be quite fast. I know it's all-wheel drive. They're very, very good at King of the Hill. They're very strong. They can push cars about. 6.5 litre V12, I think, is what this has got in it. Okay, 60 grand. You know what? I think I might go for it. And it's not coming in poo brown this time around. It's a sort of dark metallic-y blue. Right. We are going to go for this. Yes, we will get our new car. Okay, so for our third vehicle in this career mode, we have got a hopefully very fast surprise mobile to go along with the Pumobile and the Puruma. Now, I will be honest, this vehicle's performance from standard is not exactly great. We've gone from a Kuruma that is very, very fast to, well, this. I mean, it's not the worst car. Not the worst car that you can drive. I'm hoping, with a fair bit of upgrading, we will make this into something that can seriously shift. It's not going to beat the supercars. I don't think. Maybe. I know that this sort of drag racing meets mods and so on does tinker around with how the upgrades apply and with the way that we do the shifting and so on. You can get a lot of speed out of cars that perhaps you might not expect. So I'm hoping we can get a real impressive performance. So we can actually get like custom bumpers and so on the car. Yes, we will have a front bumper. We've got 80 grand to play with, so you know, let's go for a. I'm not sure I like that rear bumper, but we're going to go for it anyway. Please let me have a wing. Please let me have a wing. Engine upgrade. We will go for the level 4. It's a little bit. It's not as expensive in this as it was in the Karuma. It's a little bit expensive, but there we go. We can have big bore exhausts. Yes. We can have. Okay, we can have stock grill. All that. I prefer the stock grill, to be honest. We're not going to worry about horns. We are not going to worry about plates. We can respray it, but we're not for now. We can have a spoiler. Please be a silly massive spoiler. Please be a silly massive spoiler. Custom size skirts. We can get a wing on the roof. Yes. Life is good. Competition suspensions for this vehicle. Transmission, we're going for a race. 10 grand on race transmission. Again, it's half the price though of the Karuma. And then turbo. Look at that acceleration stat now. Again, kind of ignore the game stats to an extent. They're not the most accurate of things. That's some good acceleration though, I hope. Wheel type. Are we going to want... Now, well, the way that this mod works, with wheels and tyres in general, I think it is the class of vehicle that tyre will give you the best grip, although I'm not sure if, like, overall sport tyres, because we change the wheel, change the tyre that the car goes on. Now, I don't know if sport tyres will give you general better performance for everything on-road, or whether SUV. I guess we can try it, you know. Maybe we'll experiment a little bit with this, because, you know, we've got plenty of cash. So, I'm going to start off by going for the sport wheels. The wheels are a hideous colour. I would like to point that out. Those wheels are terrible. What is it with the game and giving me brown vehicles? Oh, God. Actually, we can kind of go for a Subaru vibe with the gold wheels and the dark blue car. You know what? Let's do it. Normally, I'm not a fan of gold wheels, but we will go for it in this one. I believe custom tyres are also something to give you a little bit of assistance with launch and with that get off the line in the Dragon Meets. It has cost us a fair amount of money, all of this. I will be honest, there's a fair amount of money that has gone into the ultimate surprise mobile. Let's go for completely blacked out windows. We have got, we're just going to cycle through that to get rid of the stars. I think we've pretty much got everything that we could possibly want. We don't want armour, and I don't see any necessity in the brakes, because we've not got to deal with any, even like the races, the street races that go around corners, we don't have to worry about braking. So yes, I am sure we want to leave Los Santos Customs. Okay. The surprise Serrano. Are we going to be any good when it comes to a drag meet? That is the big question. We have headed over towards the airport area, just because there's a meeting very nice and conveniently placed next to a Los Santos Customs. Also, it's a meeting that no one has used the modified Serrano before, so it's been added to the list of like possible cars to turn to the meetings. There looks like there's a lot of normal cars over here rather than the big old supercars, so I guess we can go and race some of these guys. We've got a Vigoro with a fair amount of money. I wonder how much money you have, because you were fairly rich before we updated everything. I haven't actually got much more. Shall we go against a Roosevelt Valor? Then we'll give it a try. It's Mini versus Zion. I think the Zion's probably maybe the Vigoro, actually. I've just seen the tyres on that. That's not a standard car, whatever it is. Oh, bloody hell. I forgot about how bumpy this road was. Cars in the distance. Can we focus? There we go. The Mini was putting up a good fight. So, it was we're looking at low 13s would be nice. At least low 13s. God, you only want to go for 6 grand. Come on, coward. Let's go for 10. That's more like it. I should be a little bit careful with my money because we've got 45 grand. If we lose this, we'll be down to 35. And with the big money races that we're doing at the moment, there is potential to get into trouble. I would love it so much if this car pulls wheelies. I don't think it will. I don't think it's sort of the correct class of vehicles to be doing wheelies. I don't know if we put like drag tyres on the vehicles, whether that will make it do a wheelie. That could be quite entertaining. I kind of want a wheeling people carrier now. There is an option I saw in the settings. You can turn wheelies on for every vehicle if it has enough grip. So at the moment, from sort of normal, it only wheelies for like the muscle cars, but you can turn it on so that anything will wheelie if it has, you know, the correct tyres, enough power. I have to see the tyres that the Roosevelt is on custom tyres. Suggest, I mean, you know, it's customised by the engine sticking out the top. Come on, figure your way out of there. Oh, wow, you really are a moron, aren't you? We're going to have Surprise Serrano to the rescue in a minute. Go on, reverse. Oh, just trying to get my car in front of him. Okay, that'll do. Back to the start, onto the start line with you. We are going to go racing. Please be quick here. Please don't let this have been a complete waste of money. It might be, because I've gone and got my tyres far too hot because I didn't realise how much temperature we still had. So, oh, it is a dragster Vigoro. It's not just a normal Vigoro, it's a dragster one. I'm kind of scared of that car. We are off and underway. Come on, performance. Give me some speed. That's more like it. There's a little bit of speed on the go here as we crest the jumps. It's going to be enough to beat out of time. What is the 12.7? Get on the brakes. 12.7. Whoa. Hello. Lamborghini comes flying past. 12.7 is, I think, not too bad. There you go. We won 10 grand from that. It was respectable. I want to see the Dragster Vigoro race something, and I want to see what sort of performance that thing puts out. I want to know whether we can try and take that. I'd also love that this is... I know, don't drive in the circle because he will want to challenge us, because I think he might be up next. I'm not available for challenging. Nope, not at all. My wheel was just doing a merry dance. Hold on. There we go. Zion versus Dragster. This will be interesting. This will be interesting. Oh, wow. I wonder if he's going to wheelie off the line. He's got a proper wheelie bar and everything. I'm scared of that car. I think that's going to be really quick. I kind of wish I had my... I wish I could bring, like, all of my cars down here and we could swap into whatever seemed like most applicable to race stuff. The Mini's got a fair amount of money still on him. What about the Stanier? Are you wealthy? Relatively wealthy. And the Rhapsody is... Again, they got plenty of money, so we'll challenge the Stanier for this one. Oh, I think we're going to... Why on earth would you bet against the Dragster? The car with Dragster in his name. Why on earth would you bet against it? We're not going to be able to get a nice cinematic view. Yes, it does, really. Look at him launch. Oh, that's why. That's why. Oh, the Dragster's down. Okay, I take that back. Sorry, my bad. You guys were smarter than me. Dragster met a signpost. That was a huge crash. Where is he? Is he stuck? He might have got... This might get an invalidated race because I don't even know where the Vigoro's gone. It's just... It went off somewhere in that direction. It is... I think he's actually stuck somewhere, potentially. Can we... Is he over there? Don't know. It's gone wherever the hell it fell off the course. Well, I mean, that was certainly spectacular. Oh, the race didn't finish properly because he got stuck. Disappointment. Disappointment. I mean, disappointment for the Zion because he should have should have got a big old payout for that race, but nope. There's a slight downside that if an AI gets a little bit stuck, it cancels the race. It works if the AI gets stuck for like a peculiarity or a weird reason, but when they crash out of a race in that manner, that should really be a kind of DNF. But again, you know, these are little things for a mod that is completely not what GTA 5 was intended to be doing. That's what... Oh, look at the poor Vigoro. That is a mess of a car. That has not had a good time. That has not had a good time at all. Right, standing here. Are we going to... I didn't actually see what time... We didn't see what time the Vigoro did. The Zion was in the 13s. Oh, no, tyres are a little bit too... Actually, yeah, considering my launch with tyres that were a little bit too hot... they were right at the top of the... Yeah, I think they were low 60s, sorry. Rather than the top of the 60s. But, yeah, we'll see. It's kind of an undramatic launch from my Serrano here. It gets going. Once it starts shifting, it really does go some. 12-1 from the car. That is more like it. That is... it's got some go about it. It really has got some go about it. The Monroe left. I was going to challenge the Monroe, but the Monroe's buggered off. So we're not going to be able to race against that one. Do we brave it and go against the Vigoro? I think we should. Oh, an Elegy is... I don't know if I'm more worried about the Elegy or the Vigoro, quite frankly. I'm kind of safe in challenging the Vigoro that I expect him to crash. The Elegy, I don't think I'm safe in challenging at all. We'll go give the Rhapsody a go. Or give the Rhapsody a race. Let's just have a look. What does it reckon? I'm just kind of curious. It's almost just 3 bars of performance, which is quite cool. I think things might be about to go quite badly wrong for the... Oh no, the Zion has got past the Stanny Ed. Just minis aren't too shabby in terms of speed, so Mini's got the kind of the initial acceleration. This will get away, but it runs out of top speed. Quite a lot like most of my cars seem to be doing. Although the Serrano feels pretty quick, so the Zion will go and take a victory over 13-0. 13-5 for the Mini is not too bad. Bloody hell, Golf Elegy has turned up. Right. Absolutely. No one wants to be betting the big bucks against me. I can't say I blame them, because they've been being embarrassed by a people carrier. 9-5. Well, I'll take 9-5 off you. So 9-5-0. I keep managing to challenge cars that get stuck in the corner. No, you got yourself out, I think. Well done. We'll use this run as a kind of information gathering one, and then I might try changing the tyres to the SUV one, see if that gives us any more performance, or if we go considerably slower, maybe even try drag tyres on it as well at some point. Okay, so we wanted... What was our tyre temperature at last time? I think it was about 50-ish degrees. We'll go for 50 as the ideal starting temperature. Go on, let's not lose this one. It would be embarrassing if we lose this. He gets off the line initially quite well. Got to make sure we don't cock up our gear changes in this car. It is quite an important thing to be doing. Get everything perfect. Big flight through the air. It's a 12.6 that time around. Not quite as good, but still very, very competent. Ooh, Dragster Vigoro versus Elegy should be a good race. That could be a very exciting race, in fact, between between those two, if the Vigoro doesn't spear himself off of a signpost again. We'll watch this race, and then we will go and change our tyres and test out that stuff. Oh, they might get stuck. Oh, there's 2 Elegies in here. Golf car, and there's a Poo-mobile Elegy. That's interesting. What side is the Vigoro on? Oh, the Vigoro's going to get screwed over, isn't he? like, the Vigoro is going to have a bad race, I fear. I very much think that is going to be the case. We will go for... We'll try spectator mode. Actually, it might not be a good idea, because if the Dragster Vigoro is going for a tumble, we might not see it if we're in spectator mode, so we won't stay in that. If he doesn't go for a tumble, this will be close. The Elegy will have top speed, the Dragster will have the launch, as we are going to get off underway. Big wheelie, of course, from the Vigoro. Gets it right this time. Oh, it does get a big lift across the crest. Let's see what they're... Oh, yeah, the Elegy is catching very, very quick towards the end of it. It is a 10-9 and 11-3. Yeah, they're much quicker than me. I say they're much quicker than me. It's 10-9 is bloody fast, so we can't compete with them if he gets a good run, but he has speared it into the wall a couple of times. Right, for our final little experiment today, let's bring you into the garage. We will give the car SUV wheels and tyres, see if that improves our performance, or if it minimises it at $100 to repair, like a scratch on the car. We're actually going to end up this episode on about the same sort of money that we started with, which is quite cool. Oh, I've got all sorts of stuff to get rid of the stars on that, so never mind. So if we go that SUV, I don't expect this to work particularly. I expect this to be slower than with the sport tyres, but I could be wrong. I only really like these wheels of that lot, so there we go. Yes, we want to exit Los Santos Customs. I don't think there might not be any difference at all between them, although you can see that the writing on the tyres is different, so there is slightly different. Oh, I don't want to drive into the circle because I don't want to race the Dragster Vigoro because we will lose our money there. Elegy versus Dragster is probably the most interesting battle that we will see there. We'll let him get out. Go on, good sir, with your muscle car. You guys are too fast for me. The Elegy can have another crack at it. I think we'll race the Zion. The Zion's been winning a lot, so he's been beating the Mini basically, so he's got plenty of money on him. Will we see another big crash, or will we see a mega fast run from that Vigoro? That's the question. Or will we see the Elegy... Is this one of those weird pre-race rituals that we've got going on? Like footballers and rugby players and so on all have their own peculiar pre-match sort of stuff. Or like the kickers in rugby have got their weird little dances they do before they go. Is this what we've got going on with some cars? You've done, I don't know how many circles it was, but you've got to do like 15 circles and then they're ready to race. Sure. We'll see if it works for you, Elegy. This is all going to come down to if the dragster stays in a straight line. Much like with my Sabre when we were up at the Palito Bay meet, where things could get really sketchy. If the Vigoro gets it off the line well, which he does, the Elegy is a very, very poor start. The Vigoro is in a little bit of trouble across the curves, but I think he's going to get it there. It's, yeah, good run. A good run again from the Vigoro. Got it under control. Another 10.9 to 11.3. Now, this race, from what we have seen so far, performance-wise, the Zion hasn't gone sub 13, so we should be able, I wouldn't say walk it, but we should be able to get a win here. Having said that, we have changed tyres, and if I miss a shift, we will be in trouble in this race. If I missed a shift in like against the Stanier or the Rhapsody, is all irrelevant. On the plus side for me, I have just realised the Zion is about to get screwed over by the returning cars. Hopefully they will negotiate this place quickly, or it might be me that gets screwed over by the returning cars. Oh, yeah, it's going to be me. Oh, no, we're both going to get screwed over. Well, it's going to be slightly not scientific in terms of our results here. But what can you do? At least they screwed over both of us equally. 12-5. It was yeah, I mean, considering we got a bit messed up at the start, I honestly don't think there's a blind bit of difference between those two tyres. We were a little bit messed up at the start, but we have done a 12-1 previous, so they're still going at it with these grudge matches. The Elegy is determined to win this. Well, I think our surprise Serrano is a pretty nifty little vehicle. Not quite up there. We can't quite get it to the performance of the supercars or the drag cars, which I say is a little bit of a shame. It's perhaps to be expected, but it put on a good show. Put on a good show indeed, and we're back up to $89,000, having bought and modified this car as much as we can. I would say some successful racing. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.